It's there.
3 hours later.
It's gonna work. This is it. Hire Me Friday for the 7th time.
We are finally
We got
live.
this, guys.
Woo! Can we say Hire Me Friday
That was
afternoon?
one.
Cheers to caffeine,
That was
Alexandria. Wow.
All right.
What a day, Dave, so far. What a day.
Wow. To all our friends out there, LinkedIn and social media, that was one trip just to get Alexandria from driving to a coffee shop not working to going back to cell phones. But
Yeah, I mean, wow.
finally has arrived with a new laptop, and she's ready to go. How's it going, Alexandria?
I am spectacular. Just, I love to, get through any adversity. Whatever comes my way, I'll make sure I persevere through it. And we did it, guys. So thank you.
Wow. I'll tell you what, that was a day, huh?
Yes.
Hey, the reason
I'm
why
I'm sweating, man.
I'm just happy. The reason why we
But
wanted
you
to
know
join
what,
the show.
we did not give up. All three of us did not give up. We're going to make this work today, right?
Yes.
It's all about never giving up in life. We never gave up today after so many cuts that we've had over this to get this produced.
You're not joking.
I'm ready.
All right. The reason why we're here, everybody, today is it's called Hire Me Friday, and we want to put Alexandria Martin back to work in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So, welcome. Here we go. Alexandria, last night when I read your post on LinkedIn, and it was like 11 o'clock, I reached out to you because when you wrote on there, I am embarrassed and feel vulnerable to write this post like this again, but I do this in hopes helps my quest to find my next place to grow in my roots and careers. You've been to so many interviews, and with everything going on, that's why I reached out to you. So
I appreciate it, David.
No, and what this is like we talked before, this is our chance to put somebody on the spotlight that all it takes is one person to see you on LinkedIn Live, and possibly I have your email is going to reach out to you. So before Richard starts, I just want to ask you, tell us about your background, what you've been doing, and what you're looking for.
Okay. So yeah, I've been growing my career here since I graduated college at the end of 2017 from Temple University. And I've been persevering through, the recruiting industry for the last 9 months, up until COVID hit, unfortunately. But I love it. I love building relationships. I love keeping those relationships and finding the best solution for my candidates that I work with. I love to inspire others when it's hard for them to find that spark for themselves to, push through any type of, situation or challenge that comes their way.
And that's so how you enjoyed. What did you like about the recruiting? Tell me what you liked about it?
I loved that, just kind of like looking for people to see if they're like strong candidates or just even getting to know somebody more than just their resume, building a repertoire with them, seeing them more than just a piece of paper or a number, and just being able to keep them active, in my community, in my network. So, if I'm working with one type of role and it doesn't work out, because of that relationship that I established with them, I can be able to help find another position that's better fit for them. So it's mainly just building, also being organized. I love the sense of urgency, competing against myself. I think that's really important. I've grown so much, professionally through recruiting, by seeing how much I've grown from when I first started to where I am now. So yeah, I'm very grateful that I had the opportunity to do it, to help myself and other people.
And where are you located at in Philadelphia so we can get this pinpointed right down? Where are you at?
I am in Roxborough, right around the Manayunk area, but I'm willing to commute.
All right, yeah, because I know Philadelphia is pretty big there. And if you had to say, what type of, do you want to stay in recruiting or are you open? What are you looking for? If you had to say it right now, what is it?
Stay in staffing, stay in recruiting.
Right now, currently, I want to stay in recruiting because my main objective in 5 years is to be in HR. I want to be able to work my way up, prove my work ethic, and get a better understanding of people as I grow. So once I obtain my goal in HR, I'll have a better understanding.
And what do you think the struggles that you've encountered? Because when you said, your interviews went well, you said you felt 20 interviews, they went well, but what do you find struggling with? What do you think?
The biggest struggle I've been having right now is the quote unquote lack of experience that I have with having 9 months. I think, a lot of agencies that I've been working with, I've had, they saw my potential. It's just other candidates may have had more experience on paper. But for me, I know I stand out. Even though I only have a little under a year under my belt, I was trained and taught, by my previous employer and my manager, not just to obtain fundamental skills for recruiting for that company, but also just being a recruiter in general, to go above and beyond for my candidates.
And with recruiting, and I'm going to let Richard take over. And recruiting is, listen, if you're trained by the right recruiters and they really teach you, and 9 months is plenty of time to learn, because if that person that's giving you that training, if you're trained by me, you're going to be the best. You're going to be number one. There's nobody else. Nobody.
But we're two.
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with saying you're the best. What do you want me to say? I'm okay?
No.
But
yes. No, inspire yourself. You are the best. Absolutely. You are your own competition. 100%.
I tell the staff all the time. I say it, and they all say, you're great, Dave. Thank you. That's all I have. But Richard, I'm going to turn it over to you. And, this, like I said, this has been Alexandria has gone through everything this morning, and I know you like to ask some questions, and it's your turn.
Well, I'm glad that you're in our industry. I'm just going to give you a woo for that. You know what I mean? End of the day, the next interview you go on, you're going to call me for this interview, and I have a segment called Pump Up the Interview. I'm going to get you pumped up before you go in. You know what? Doesn't matter about lack of experience and all that stuff. At the end of the day, it's refuse to lose. That is my motto. Refuse to lose with all my candidates, because you're part of my workforce family now. Everybody's part of my workforce family once you connect with me. I mean, this is something that we're going to go throughout the country. The interviews, when they say you're not a fit or you don't have enough experience, then you let me take over. I'll call them and justify why they should give you a second chance. I'm telling you, I do it all the time. At the end of the day, I'm your Jerry Maguire. So
that's great to know.
I am here, and you know what? I fight for you. That's why I'm called a job agent. I'm not just, a recruiter. I'm here to fight for you. And sometimes that second punch with these HR people and hiring managers, I can get through that fence line that when you get off and you get that, I'll hold you on file for 6 months letter. No, we're not holding you on line. We're going to go and see why. But enough about that. I would just want to give me an experience while you were recruiting that you felt was like a special one. If you have like somebody you dealt with, you don't have to name their name, that maybe was inspiring.
So there is actually a guy that I worked with for about 6 months. He had an amazing resume. He was like an electrical engineer. And I worked with him on several different requirements. And unfortunately, our client kept denying him. But still, I kept pushing because I knew, the more I got to like listen to him and listen about his experience, more than just his, what's on his piece of paper for a resume. I did my ultimate best that I could for him to still keep fighting for him. Even if one option didn't work, I still kept trying, you know what I mean? And to this day, we're still good friends on LinkedIn. And I really do hope in the future I can be able to find him another opportunity.
Awesome. That's incredible. And one thing, Dave knows, I always like to say this, just tap in. What have you done in the community, or is there hobbies you like? We want to get to know you as a person.
She's always smiling.
I love smiling. It keeps my spirits up. So to be honest with you, I'm actually in recovery, and I've been very active in my recovery. I've been being of service in my community, with recovery, leading different types of meetings, just being support for other people. It's a little bit hard to get out and about right now, being of service. But what I like to do, even once a week, I go down to Center City with my gloves and mask on, of course, and just for a special type of gratitude, I just go and give out food and water to the people who are, you know, on the street. And the more that I do that, I just do that for my own integrity, for my own gratitude at the end of the day. So helping people that I see suffering, I just want to be that beacon of light for them, and that to know that there is hope. So yeah, that's what I love to do.
I just want to let you know, I'm starting a second chance program for people, and I just think that what you just said right there is amazing. It's not even on your resume. You know what? You're going to overcome this. You know what? And we're going to bring everybody else along. So you know what? Congrats to you.
Thank you.
It is, and that's where we've talked about the video resume with Duck and Now, with Vikram Seth that they've developed, and this is the same concept right now if you think about it. The hiring manager right now, you're on LinkedIn Live. If there's one person out there in Philadelphia, we're gonna share this, and they could look at this and say, "Wow, they missed you because they didn't see your resume." It happens. Right now, we got hundreds of them coming in. We don't see them. They're applying for 10,000 jobs that they're not qualified for. But this is what makes you stand out, because you just told us about everything about yourself and your work history. And that, it helps. It really does. And if you had to say, why would someone want to hire you? What could you bring to the company?
I can bring not just creativity, but I can bring, you know, a lot of energy, a lot of perseverance. I don't give up, as you guys obviously can tell today.
Good for you.
You know, thank you. And I don't give up on myself, meaning I don't give up on the people that I work with. I know, because of that mentality, my hustling mentality, to keep going, even if I get no's and doors slammed in my face, I'm going to keep going until I get that yes. And I'm going to keep going until I get my goal. I am an achiever. I am very ambitious. And, you know, I'm just very excited with the skills that I have obtained. I'm willing to still be, you know, adapt and taught to build myself, so I can continue to grow, not only professionally for myself, but also for the company.
Wow. That was, do you see?
Punchline. And you're from Philly, so what can I say about Philly people? Everybody from Philly, they got an edge.
Yeah. That's what I mean. I mean, it's just about yourself here. Like, you went through, we were going to do this at 9:30, and it's 1:30. You've gone through, you drove, you used your phone, it didn't work, your computer was problems, you drove down to the cafe, that didn't work, we tried different things, you went, you got another laptop, you had issues, now you're there with a different laptop, look at you, and it's 1:30.
Just and let's give a shout out to the diner. What diner are you at, Alexandria?
I'm at Andy's Diner on Ridge Pike in Conshohocken. Got to shout out to
props to them for having the whole time.
Yeah, and you know, that's what it's about. What you're saying right now is what we want you to do is, and if everybody's listening, is this is where you take this. We're going to send you that YouTube link, and you're going to paste it everywhere. You're going to say your friends to share it. We're going to share it on LinkedIn. We're going to tag companies that you want to work for. You know, is staffing what you want to stay in, or are you open to other areas too?
I am open to other opportunities. I do have experience in sales, account executive, customer service experience, you know, insurance verification, DME, equipment verification. There's a lot of different things that I've been looking into. But my main objective is get back into staffing, because that's where my passion lies.
Yes.
You know, yeah. So I really do hope, you know, people can see me more than just my 9 months, because I know I have more to deliver than just 9 months worth of experience.
Richard, now it's your turn.
You know what, Alexandria? I'm going to recruit you. Yes, I'm going to push your name out there. Since you want to stay in staffing, we're not going to lose people like you. No way. I got a lot of connections in my neighborhood for staffing. We're going to get you something. I'm going to reach out to a lot of people this weekend. I'm excited about this, because we need a family of recruiters like you. You know what? So we're not going to lose you. I swear. We're going to keep you.
Thank you, Sharky. I'm all about harvesting connections here on LinkedIn, and also just staffing as well. You know what I mean? I understand what it means to go from the dark into the light. And I'm always going to keep persevering for myself. And I just hope one day I'll be able to continue to help other people persevere through this tough times for their careers.
No. And I'll tell you what, Richard, again, this is our fourth guest. And the key words that I've listened to her say, perseverance. She's very family oriented. She goes out of her way, leadership. She has a passion. All the words were there and she said them so naturally. This isn't fake, I know what interviews are like. Everybody does.
This is true to the heart, right?
Yeah, you're like, oh my God, I'm nervous. But look, you're smiling. Can you imagine if interviews were this fun? They'd be great.
You guys made it fun. Let me tell you, through this adversity, you guys made it so much fun. I got to learn so much more about you guys.
I know.
This is great, Alexandria, because I don't interview people. I meet and greet is what I call it. In our industry, I say I'm meet and greeting you. Just like we're having a beer, we're sitting at a restaurant. We're just BSing to see how I get to know you, right? That's what it's all about. When you say interview, people get all nervous. No, it's a meet and greet. Am I right, Dave?
No, and that's why I love the videos, the power of video, because I don't know. Listen, we're about an hour away from each other. And look, there's a lot of Philadelphia connections on my LinkedIn here, and I'm hoping somebody, just that one person, it's not going to end here because we're going to teach you what to do afterwards. Also, the video resume we're going to offer to you, that free. So we'll set that up with you, and that's awesome because then you get to tell your story, and we're going to send it to you. We'll set you up. And like I said, this is what it's another tool, this right here. And you're putting yourself out there. You're not even nervous.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I was this morning, but I got to know you guys so much. So it's like talking to a friend.
No, and you're going to do really well. You got that passion for, like you said, helping people. That's why I enjoy staffing. It's been 16 years now. And sometimes I'm like, wow, but it's that helping that person, seriously, when you see that person struggling and you can help and change their life, one job changes their life, their whole family.
Absolutely. That's a special type of gratitude to get in the day. And I think that's what drives my passion and fuels my fire is, I'm not just helping that particular person, it's kind of like a butterfly effect, you know what I mean? And just continue to put that that positivity out there and show that even though there's so much negativity going in this world, there is still hope. There is still positivity. Exactly. And even though currently I have been facing my personal adversities, I know I'm going to get that yes. And once I get that yes, I'm going to be able to help you too. And that's why, in my LinkedIn title, I have inspired to inquire.
Yep.
I like to help build people's confidence up when it's hard for them to find it so they can look into their own confidence and find it for themselves.
Wow. Well, I didn't even have to ask her for the 30 seconds of what she wanted to bring to a company, Rich.
Hey, that was hey, you know what that was? We played Rocky. That just pumped her up. You're the Rocky Balboa of the day. You know what I mean? No, never give up, right? That's what it's all about. Survivor, right? We're all survivors here, right?
Yes.
We gotta pick each other up. We're all, and I'm going to throw this out to you, Alexandria, and I talked to you this offline. If you ever need a picker-upper, call me.
Absolutely.
I'm never in a bad mood. I love life. I freaking love life. I'm high on life. That's all I snort all day's air. I swear to God. And I tell everybody, call me for 5 minutes. I want to make a difference in this world. And you're always welcome to call me. And so is Dave. I mean, Dave calls too much, but he can call me.
No. He trust me, but seriously, thank you so much, Alexandria. We're going to talk offline here right after this. And, we want to try to help you. So please, anybody out there, we had Chris on this morning and, this is what it's about. Just helping people find work. So inspire to inquire. It's right on there. See, inquire, looking for a new opportunity. Thank you so much. Thanks, Staffing Shark, Richard Rosner, and let's see what happens. And we're going to talk right after this. So everybody have a great weekend, and we will talk to you soon. Take care.
Live life.
Live life. There we go.